Let go and let God. Let go all the worries, anxieties in life. Let God take over it. This weekend we talk about forgiveness, and a lot of people ask me, how can I forgive somebody or someone? And unfortunately, it's really hard to forgive someone who betrays us, who wrong us, who hurt us so much. And majority of those people are dear to us, close to us, and some of them are the members of our families. And it's really hard to move on, and it's really hard to find happiness and joy, because the tendency, human as we are, we put so much resentment, ill feelings, and it robs us so much, especially our joy to continue life. How to forgive someone? Forgiving someone can be a difficult, a personal process, but it is possible with time and effort. You and I have the capacity to make time and effort. Here are some steps or a way we can take to help and forgive someone. The first one is acknowledge your feelings. Don't deny that you got hurt. Recognize and accept the emotions you are experiencing as a result of the person's actions. It's important to allow yourself to feel hurt, angry, or betrayed. Understand the situation. Try to gain a deeper understanding, and try to pray for wisdom to think, to open up of why the person may have acted the way they did. Because a lot of times that the person acted the way they did because out of emotions, frustrations in life. Consider their perspective, background, and potential motivations. This doesn't necessarily excuse their behavior, but it can provide some context, opening up for their actions. Practice empathy. Empathy is really important to move on in the process of forgiving someone. Put yourself in the other person's life and try to empathize with them. Understanding their point of view can help soften your feelings towards them and make it easier to forgive and move on. Remember the bigger picture. Consider the impact holding on to resentment or anger has on your own well-being. Holding grudges is not worth it. Can create emotional stress and negatively affect your mental and physical health. Forgiving someone allows each one of us to be free from ourselves, from these negative emotions. I had a funeral service, and one of the members of the family, during the service, she was lamenting, she was shouting, sorry. And it was really hard for her to accept the reality of death. And after the funeral service, I told her my deepest condolences to you. And she was crying the more. She was really devastated. And she told me, like, 15 years ago, we had a conflict with my sister. And since then, I never talked to her. Human as we are, it's easy for us to be blocked by our feelings and resentment, but it's not worth it. We will not have peace if we put so much resentment. We have to move on and forgive them. And that's the image of Jesus on the cross. Lord, forgive them, for they don't know what they are doing. It is a process of freedom and peace to continue life, to enjoy life, because life is very short. Let go of resentment. Holding onto resentment only prolongs your own pain, sadness, and grief. Practice letting go and letting God of the negative emotions by supporting each other, meditating, or engaging in activities that bring you joy and peace. Recognize that forgiveness is not condoning the actions, but rather choosing to release the negative emotion tied to the situation. Set boundaries. Forgiving someone doesn't mean you have to forget or to allow them to hurt you again. It's important to establish healthy boundaries to protect yourself from further harm. Communicate your boundaries clearly and be prepared to enforce them if necessary. Space is really important. It is a process for you to be alone, reflect, and also you are open for more wisdom and graces. Seek support if needed. Forgiving someone can be a challenging process. It's not easy. And it's okay to seek support from your friends, from your families, from your loved ones, or anybody that can support you and help you to clear the dust from your feelings. They can provide guidance, perspective, and emotional support throughout your journey towards forgiveness. Remember always that forgiveness is a personal choice, and the timeline to forgiveness can vary from person to person. You cannot say to yourself, I will forgive him or her tomorrow, because it is take time, and also it depends to the person. Take your time, pray, take your time and reflect. Be patient with yourself. Don't force yourself. Just take your time and focus on your own healing and growth, and can be a step towards forgiveness. Let go of resentment. That's really important. It's not worth it. Remember, forgiveness is a personal choice. I'll pray for you that the Lord will bless you and keep you. May His face shine upon you and gracious to you. Have peace with the Lord, and don't forget, hope, pray, and don't worry. I will add the words of today is forgiveness. God bless you.